Right. So um, today, actually yesterday was a great day. I went out this evening, hence I wasn't able to do the trade recap. But let's do that real quick. I promise to explain what happened in the markets today. Okay, so first of all, let me clear this off. Let me just hide this. Let me just hide this. Okay, so Forex Factory. So yesterday we had news coming up at 6 p.m. FOMC meeting minutes, right? So the thing is, FOMC meeting minutes is not the same as FOMC statement. Let me explain. So let's go to a date where um we had the FOMC statement, yes, we had on 17 June, right? It's a three-stage news release where the first half, the federal funds rate, the statement, and then the press conference 30 minutes later, right? This is where there's huge spikes in the market. This is where the market goes crazy. But the meeting minutes is not the same, which we had yesterday. I'm recording this video on Thursday at um a, a couple minutes 47, yeah, 12:47 a.m. So FOMC meeting minutes is not the same as FOMC statements. So let's go to 17 June. Okay, so first of all, let me explain the trade I took. Then we go to 17 June. So this is a trade I took, right? This is a trade I took. I took a sell on S&P, right? My bias was bearish. I took these sells and my target was right here, right here. Price did not come to my target, and honestly I wanted to close but I didn't. And what happened was price came back and then took me out at break even. And yeah, that's how it's going to be sometimes in the market. So that was the trade essentially for today. um my bias was bearish. Why? Because at the time ES was weaker than NQ. Yeah, price is doing what I expected to do for the week. Let's go. All right, so let's go to New York. ES was weaker than AQ because at the time I knew for a fact that this gap was going to be filled, but I wanted to see a rejection out of it. Because so as you can see, price came all the way, filled the gap on NQ before starting to reverse, but on ES it didn't, right? It didn't fill the gap. It was rejecting at the midpoint, and we know the midpoint of every um gap or imbalance is the crucial part. So me looking at the gap, I was like, huh, ES is weaker than NQ. Let me just look for sales on ES. And then we did, I got my sales right here, somewhere around here. No, no, it was much cleaner. It was somewhere around here. Yes. My stops were at this low, landing lows. And then my stop was also here. Perfectly a 1:2, right? But price didn't do that. And I knew why, because on US 30, we took landing lows right here. And if one of the indices take a point of liquidity and the others don't, it shows us a crack in the correlation, meaning price isn't going to come to that liquidity point or level or key level at that particular time. It will later on, but then it will happen at the same time, and especially in low volume scenarios like we had today. And the market tends to be slow around FOMC meeting minutes because the Feds are speaking, they're having their meetings, and anything can happen. right? Someone or Trump might say something that can cause the market to react. Hence, the markets were very slow, very, very slow as compared to yesterday, which we had a very huge down. So yeah, that was the reason why. And yeah, that was the trade for today. I ended the trade at break even, securing like 1.5 hour. That's about 1.5, no, 1.6% on my 10K account. And here, so we are still up for the week. We are still up for the week. And yeah, with that being said, um, God is glorified, and we see you guys in the next one.